This was in r/no mask. Oh, go do high school biology again. I must have been sick the day they covered the mask chapter. Haha. Oh, I wonder why. Let's just think about that. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be taking the best insults, comebacks and roasts and putting them into one, and it makes Murdered by Words. There's no actual murder, but it's like murdered by words, so yeah, you get the picture. You've probably seen it before, but anyway, like the video, enjoy it. Millennials are causing a baby bust. They aren't having enough kids to keep the US population at the replacement level. That's because rent is $1,500 and jobs are paying $12 an hour. Is rent really $1,500 in like places in America? I guess like LA, New York, stuff like that, it would be $1,500, but it just seems so excessive. Like, surely it should be like 800 max, maybe a bit more, depending on what you're like, but you get the picture. And why do you have to have kids? Like, you don't have to have them anymore. That's not something we need to do, right? If you're not an eyewitness, you are a false witness. Exodus 20:16. If you didn't see it, you shouldn't be gossiping about it. Okay, well that eliminates the Gospels themselves. Thanks. And also, isn't a false witness someone that didn't actually see it and they pretend to see it? Like, not someone that saw it and just snitched. It's literally someone that makes it up. Kim Kardashian West, wow, we danced, rode bikes, swam near whales, kayaked, watched a movie on the beach, and so much more. I realize that for most people, this is something that is so far out of reach right now. So in moments like these, I am humbly reminded of how privileged my life is. Hashtag this is 40. Wow, happy birthday! I hope someone got you an alphabet book as a gift so you can learn to read the room. I just love this post so much because she's like, I understand people can't do this right now. You know, in this current situation with COVID and everything, not everyone can just go to their private island. You know, I would be on my private island right now if it wasn't for COVID. God, curse. The fact that the NBA analyzed COVID and executed a foolproof plan better than the US government is something I'll never forget. Ooh, 330 some odd million people spread out over the entirety of the United States, and not even all 32 teams in the NBA for a limited amount of time is pretty much an apples to apples comparison, right? Ooh, how about we just compare the White House to the NBA? Would that be more fair? Probably not. You need skills to get into the NBA. Lee Hurst, who is unemployed apparently. Morrison security guard. Hey, have you got a mask? Me? Does it look like I have? Continues through and does shopping. I am starting to lose my patience. You can only remain polite for so long under this nonsense. Yeah, you're right, Lee. You can only remain polite for so long under this nonsense, which is why I'm calling you a stupid, selfish, flat earth, antediluvian swab who thinks his mild inconvenience outweighs 60,000 deaths and the near collapse of the NHS. But as with all your type, you wouldn't say it to my face because you were a coward hiding from life. I would, Lee. I'm a 6-foot former rugby captain, boxer, and cancer survivor. And if you think after that little lot, I'm gonna be scared of telling a douchebag he's a douchebag, you're as wrong as you were when you picked a career in comedy. He's really not wrong though, because this guy, I googled him, never heard of him, he probably should have picked a different career. He's only got 7,000 followers, which, being a famous comedian, you probably should have a bit more of a following. No? The translation for this is Zaid gifted his girl a car and you all can't even gift an iPhone. He replied, she's not my girl, she's my wife. She's been there through my struggles and hardships in life. Don't build your relationship based on materialistic things because it won't last. Is that like an offensive thing to say? You know, when someone's like married to someone, say their girl? I don't know, I don't see that as offensive, but maybe it is. PragaU says, the communists are swarming our Twitter page like we're handing out stale loaves of bread. And this, y'all handing out stale loaves of bread would be the most beneficial thing your pages have ever done for the working class. Again, I don't really know PragaU, but I remember mentioning it in like a video a few months ago and everyone was like, oh, stay away from those. The vaccine they are making to tackle coronavirus has been contaminated by COVID-19. We are caught out on a hoax. Do not take the test. There are some people and theorists saying that the vaccine code is a sign of the demon. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. How the frick are you related to me? Normally, I'd be content to just ignore your stupidity, as I do whenever one of your other posts pops up in my feed. However, the depths to which you've plundered to the bottom of the barrel here has made me want to shed my usual inhibitions to tell you squarely to screw right off. As of this writing, COVID-19 is responsible for nearly 50,000 deaths, and baseless conspiracy nonsense BS like what you're espousing is fuel for the fire. Your other family members are too polite to tell you to stuff it, but thankfully, as an American lout, I feel no shame in calling you the daft idiot you are. Get help and stop reading articles you don't understand, willfully misinterpret, or that mislead your sick mind. I feel like it's a bit too common. Every single family seems to have that one family member that's either really stupid, really racist, or just really out of touch, and they just seem to post it on Facebook. It's always Facebook as well. Like, can you just not? Please don't. I don't need saving, as nothing is wrong with me. I love my husband of 20 years and pity people like you who hate love. Oh, God loves you so much, he sent me to warn you to repent. It's not hate to inform you. Ooh, God must really have low standards if a bottom feeder like you is his messenger. What do you need a messenger for anyway? Why can't you just do it yourself? If you want something done right, then you do it yourself, right? So many people running around claiming they'll do anything for America. Carry guns, live in bunkers, fight in the hills. What they're actually asked to do is wear simple protective measures, keep their distance, show patience and courtesy. And they break like glass. Yeah, but the difference is that in the fantasy, they are asked to kill, and in the reality, they are asked to be kind. Yeah. Like, I understand wanting to look tough and everything, you know, oh yeah, he's cool, he carries around that. Sure, just don't be so like pretentious and I'm not gonna do that because it makes me look like a sissy. Like, no one cares. Really, they don't. A politician in the UK claims that the school headmaster agrees that free school meals are bad, but the school's governor corrects him. Dear Marcus Rashford, we have a difference of opinion. I voted to target funding more closely at those most in need. I don't believe free school meals is a good indicator of that. Can I invite you to one of the country's most deprived schools to come discuss with the head who agrees with me? And then he replied, Hi Marcus Rashford, no reply to this yet so far as I can see. You were very quick to reply to previous tweets. Would love to invite you to Oak Tree to discuss the needs of kids face to face and why free school meals is not the right approach. Drop me an email. And then this guy replies, Unfortunately for you, I am the governor of that very school. I have just spoken to the head, and I can assure you that our view is very much that the kids need free school meals. I ask you to correct this and not give false impressions of a school who would fight tooth and nail for their kids. I'm seeing this everywhere right now, like some MPs have decided not to give free meals to kids, and I haven't looked into it, so it could be a reason behind it, but it just doesn't really make sense. Like, if you can't afford the meal, surely you should give it to them. Right? I mean, the money's got to come from somewhere, but I'm pretty sure you can probably move it from somewhere to somewhere, right? Kids born in 2000 are 25 years. Let that sink in. Ooh, I think you've been doing meth instead of math. Like, maybe switch that up. 71% of Bhutan's territory is covered in forest, but with a contribution of only around 2% to GDP per year. The forest sector remains underutilized. How can the country sustainably invest in its forests? The World Bank is upset that Bhutan's old-growth forests are just standing there, doing nothing, when they could be turned into IKEA furniture. Like, do you have to touch them? You could just leave them, it looks nice. Millennials are so helpless, they're taking adulting classes to learn how to do things like sew a button. Ah, those stupid millennials, right? Yeah, we figured taking a class was more polite than bombarding our kids and grandkids with mundane questions like, how do I delete my emails? My computer is so slow. Or, what's a GIF? Like, sometimes Googling things by yourself is actually pretty smart, and just asking some people for everything isn't. Congratulations on wasting $100 billion landing a remote-controlled buggy on Mars. Not sure how this is supposed to help us poor people here on Earth, but great job. Yeah, the money doesn't get sent to Mars, idiot. It gets spent and put back into the economy. Just because the government isn't hand-feeding it to you, that doesn't mean it left America. If we removed the church from tax exemption, we'd have enough money to send a rover once every 2 weeks forever. Not to mention, it only costs $2.5 billion, which is what the US military spends every 33 hours. And we spend $7 billion on potato chips a year. Yet NASA is the bad guy, lol. And let's be real, those $7 billion on potato chips, that's money well spent. You know what else is money well spent? The money you don't have to spend on this channel. You can get it for free, and this video's here to prove that. One there, both free. You can subscribe for free, you can comment for free, you can like for free. It's all free. We like free. Everyone likes free. Thanks.